Hello the channel, welcome back. Hope everyone's well, enjoying the launch of the old rivals. Everybody getting involved and seems to be good, to be honest. Loads of hype. As you can see, I lost my first game. So that's not the way we wanted to start. Trabzonspor conceded in the last minute of the game and I lost. So there we go. So somehow managed to start with a round score of 100 and down to 95. Hopefully we can recover that well. So in terms of tonight's video, so we're going to do some lineup building for the weekend. So a wee minute or two we'll have a look at the spreadsheet. We'll look at the games and we'll start picking some lineups. Before that, I'd promised everyone a bit of a giveaway. So we're going to start giving away some of the limited cards from previous weeks. So the last two game weeks basically won Nadi Monami. Who's that? I don't know who that is either, actually. Sugawara, obviously, superb player. Under 23. Consigli, Sassuolo goalkeeper. Semi Guller, everyone loves a semi, obviously. As Harry Kane would say. Jonathan Burkhart, undervalued at the moment, good player. Fabio Vieira, good personal friend of mine's. Peter Gerkins, that's the stuff you put in your burgers. And Mohamed Salisu, good player at the AFCON at the moment as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to give away Sugawara and then we're going to give away Semi Guller since everyone loves a semi. So what we've done is, see Exhibit A, you'll probably not be able to see it. So done something a bit different for the giveaway. I've written down the names of everyone who has commented on the previous two videos. If you've commented in both of the videos, I've actually written your name down twice. I'm going to put you into the hat and we're going to pull out some names. So first gets Sugawara, second gets a semi. No, sorry, second gets semi. So hang fire and we'll start the draw. Well, I had to pause it there, that took ages because there have been loads of comments on the videos. So thanks very much everyone. I know you've all been liking, subscribing and loads of comments on the videos. Much appreciated. It's been a really good run and that's why I'm doing the giveaway. So anyway, inside this envelope with the players written on it, I've got all the names. So we're going to do 2 seconds, give it a bit of the old salt and shake it up. Then we're going to do a Rod Stewart, kid on we're drunk, and dive in. So the first person pulled out of the hat here wins a Sugawara Limited. Oh, the suspense. Then I've got to be able to read my own handwriting as well, which is easier said than done. So the winner is FUT, 23 goals, SBC, and can't read my own handwriting for the rest of it. So congratulations, you've won Sugawara Limited. If you please DM me your username. And next gets a semi Guller. Everyone loves a semi. I think all this manual stuff will use Twitter or something, give away their cards, so just so I can use Twitter Picker, because this is a fucking pain in the ass. Anyway, the second person is Zach Boutwood 9875. So congratulations, FUT 23 goals, SBC. That's just far too long a name. I should disqualify you for that name being too long. But you've won Sugawara Limited, and Zach Boutwood 9875. You've won semi. What a result for you! You've got a semi. So we've still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still got 6 cards to give away. So we'll do something on Twitter for that. But congratulations, guys! You have won some limited cards. So anyway, on to the game week. The point of this, I'm going to put myself down this side. The last time I put myself up top, couldn't see the tabs. So we're going to have a look at the game week, do a wee preview of this, and then we're going to start picking some teams. Hopefully win again. That would be good. So standout fixture, PSV Eindhoven against Excelsior. Expected team goals 3.69. That's the highest I've seen for a while. Actually, win percentage 93%. That's tea, by the way. None of that Guinness stuff. Not at the moment, not until the weekend. Yeah, it's pretty high. PSV have been brilliant this season. No real surprise there, to be perfectly honest. Did something a bit controversial today and sold Joey Veerman's rare card. So that was a tough decision, but news broke that he won't sign a new deal and he wants to leave in the summer and he'll go into the ins and outs of that a bit more. So a shame not having him available for the weekend, but yeah, I think it was 530 quid or something for him, which is way less than I paid for him actually. So bought my way back at the peak, etc. But yeah, you can get a Bruno Fernandes rare for less than that, and various other sort of champion Europe players. So yeah, he's a great player, Joey Veerman. I'm sure going to better things, but that doesn't necessarily equate to better Sorare scores. Bayern München in Germany against Hoffenheim. So not the highest clean sheet percentage. 3.34 expect team goals. So be a good chance for Harry Kane. Obviously, Feyenoord of Rotterdam, who Celtic conquered in the Champions League against NEC. So yeah, good games for the Dutch teams. Expect team goals 2.94. Get to the end of this, I'm going to actually go through the clean sheet stuff in descending order because that's pretty interesting relative to the AFCON, etc. Benfica. So again, it looks pretty good. We've got some Benfica, Feyenoord and PSV players, or less PSV players now, so Veerman, which hopefully I don't regret, but I may well do. It's a great player. No Celtic, so that's a difficult bit. But 2.55 team goals for Benfica and 57% clean sheet percentage. So it really is Trubin season these days. So there's no doubt about it. Best under 23 goalkeeper around, really. My opinion, anyway. He'll show that. Sporting, so pretty good fixture there as well. Galatasaray against Kayserispor, who have been pretty rotten recently, although Big Bilal buys it probably. Is capable of a stormer. Napoli against Salernitana. Leipzig, pretty good fixture. Eintracht Frankfurt hit and miss. So not the highest clean sheet percentage for Leipzig, but expect to score a few goals. Fenerbahce, I don't know how they're only at 2.21. I mean, they've been scoring goals for fun. So high win percentage, and who has rotated guys like Tadic, etc. midweek. So expect them to come back in. CF Monterrey, so good to have some Mexican teams back as well. Or some other leagues coming back, which is excellent. Lille, don't really have many Lille players. Will come back to the AFCON. Leverkusen, a wee bit further down, but still expected team goals too. Quite a high win percentage. Southampton against Sheffield Wednesday. Girona have been outrageous this season, absolute revelation. Man City, interestingly, further down, but Newcastle are hit and miss these days, pretty bad form, but also, they've been in a bad run, but it's at Newcastle, I think, so that's not the easiest. So I'm gonna this is column is sorted by expected team goals, so I'm going to change it to clean sheet percentages. One thing that struck me here is a lot of the highest clean sheet percentages actually were in AFCON. So Cote d'Ivoire, which is the Ivory of Coast, and I think actually that young guy Fofana, who is sadly for me behind Trubin, is the best under 23 goalkeeper, but he's actually had better scores than Trubin. Yahya Fofana, he's the goalie, so if you've got him, then you'll be laughing looking at that. Senegal, so again, really high clean sheet percentage. Egypt, expected team goals 1.81, so the immediate thought there was obviously Mo Salah, so we'll see how things stack up. Algeria, I don't think the Algerian goalkeeper's on Sorare, and Nigeria there as well. So yeah, I mean it's pretty interesting that you see all the different clean sheet percentages in the top 5 in terms of projected percentages are actually from AFCON. So I'd be bearing that in mind. If anybody hasn't seen or hasn't watched before, welcome to the channel again. This part is basically the players who I have in the spreadsheet has filtered this in. So not taking any credit for this. This is a spreadsheet provided by Sorare Probabilities. So you can find Egal on Twitter, S_probabilities, and he'll give you a free trial of this. It pulls in all the information. So this stuff here, projected scores for players, and that's what we're going to use to start building some lineups. So let's go. So I've been talking a lot. Obviously, we've done the giveaway as well. When I was doing the giveaway, I wanted to actually give away some stuff to people who support the channel, not people who just want to come on and enter the Twitter competitions as well. So congratulations again. I'm not going to read out that FUT name again because it's far too long, but well done. Right, let's pick some lineups. So our interesting this weekend is we've got this Super Cap back as well. So if you enter the Super Rare, you get to say Super twice. Super Cap 220 Super Rare. Fantastic. Um, the rewards for this competition, so bear in mind if you're entering, there's no weekly rewards, but the rewards are pretty good overall, but it's a long format, so it runs into February, best four scores, and the Cap 220 Super Rare pays a star Super Rare for first, which is actually a pretty good reward. There's no Ethereum prizes or no Fiat prizes or whatever in it as well, so that's quite interesting. I'm going to start with my usual place of under 23 Rare Plus, because this is the competition we've just been like absolutely destroying recently. I may well enter the Cap 220, etc., but we bit of a shortage of good quality super rares just now because there's no Celtic. So as I said before, no Celtic, no party. So yeah, finding the spreadsheet's been uber helpful, to be honest, in terms of selections and stuff. I know you can't really see me down the bottom here, so we'll focus on the actual players, but the ability to do clever stuff like this, that just filter out under 23 in Rare Pro, and it filters out the best players. So Andreas Jungdahl, pretty interesting. Trubin, high clean sheet percentage. Jordi Petrovic, so again, it's good to see him playing for Chelsea. Meslier, who's a bit hit and miss actually. So those are the sort of main ones here. So as I said before, I think it's got to be Trubin's season, right? It's just got to be. And then defender wise, so Nico Schlotterbeck with a projected 79 is pretty high. So big Nico appearing in the spreadsheet right up the top. Love to see that, especially after winning him last game week as well. Superb. Gertruda pretty high up as well. I think Antonio Silva is projected 60, but I think I'm kind of going to go against the spreadsheet in a way for the pro side of things, or the plus, whatever we want to call it these days. The main reason for that is, super rare wise, so Ferdi Kadioglu 68, Kokshu 63 projected scores, so they're amongst the highest ones. So obviously you've got to play, you don't have to, but it's better to max out the requirements and have the super rares here. And I've actually been getting a good amount of success using the Benfica stack, which has been excellent. The hard decision here then is, what do we do? Do we go with Julian Alvarez up front and save Ferdi for something else? Or do we use Alvarez in Champion? So that's the sort of decision there. So have a look and see who else we've got that's really quite high up in the projected scores. Sherky, nice high projected score. Koki Saito, I think, will play from the bench actually. Musiala. So I actually fancy playing Musiala here. I mean, the expected team goals really, really high. And then filter to the old super rares. So Sugawara there at you as well. I'm going to go with Ferdi actually. Fenerbahce have been scoring a lot of goals and things, but I think I'll probably go sort of Tadic, maybe you can go with Kvechi Arunda and our team. And I think Musiala forward card is such a nice card to be able to captain, to be honest. So yeah, that looks pretty strong for under 23 Rare Plus. I'm going to pick another super rare team, I think. Maybe have a wee look at All Star, and then we'll focus on the limited, because I know not everybody's able to play these sort of divisions, but I do appreciate people following along and all the good wishes, although maybe some people are hoping that I've had a crap run with all the podiums I've been occupying, but that's a really nice problem. So firstly, I'm going to look at All Stars because they don't really have as many options this weekend, and I think it's a natural place to start, and then I feel like it's better to put them into the regions that whatever can do so. So Nick College, so I think that makes sense goalkeeper wise. Coy's played 2 games, wasn't as good the last game, but he's played 2 games and hopefully keeps position. Bart Vryans would be the natural one to play with him, but unfortunately I think he's injured. So this guy Adrian Monfrey, this guy's scores have been phenomenal. I think I actually won this guy as like a tier 4 Super or something at some point, which is just mad. So there we go. I don't think we'll have any uniques put in, but anyway, that's whale problems as they say. Interest Danny Parejo right up there in the projected score. So I think we need to check if Baena's still injured because he was taking some of the sets off Parejo. But yeah, that's pretty interesting. So I'm going to put him in there actually. And then up front, Koki Saito, Alvarez, Karol Toko Akambi. What a blast for the past there. Absolute blast. I'm going to play Alvarez actually because Koki Saito was just back from injury, so he'll probably come from the bench. Lozano is exactly the same. Toko Akambi will probably play against Skinny actually, but so maybe use him for the caps. So I want to go strong with All-Star selection, and then we can tweak it about from there. And then midfield wise, where's Szymanski? Szymanski's still in 63s, still pretty high, to be honest. Canales there as well. It's pretty interesting. I'm going to play Canales actually, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to double check and see what the story is with Play Sharper. I haven't had a look at those games, so I'll check that. It's obviously a big priority lineup. I quite like that. I mean, obviously it's not in any way a sort of stack or whatever, but loads of good averages and pretty good chance them's All-Star Super Rare. If I feel as if it's not strong enough, because obviously I can't max it out, don't have a unique in there, then I can always start sort of dropping them down divisions. So let's have a look at All-Star Rare Plus, and then we'll look at Limited. We'll do the under 23s and stuff there. So strike while the iron is hot, as they would say. So All-Star Rare Plus or Rare Pro as it used to be called. So Jungdal's pretty good option actually. Jordi Petrovic pretty good projected score there as well. So it's kind of interesting. I'm going to go with Jungdal. He's been pretty good to be honest. So there we go. Defence wise, so Schlotterbeck high up, Buscagli pretty high up as well. I think Schlotterbeck's probably going to be playing in Champion and or one of the 23s, so it actually can do both at the moment, which is really good. So got some options there, but so Buscagli pretty high up. Shame not to have Joey Veerman, but made that decision now, and it's just the way it goes, right? Tom Hay 100, so that's pretty ambitious. Joey Veerman's still in there. That's because I haven't updated the file actually, so that's entirely my own fault. Then we do need to pick a super rare in here as well. So Szymanski's pretty high up there, as you can see. So that makes sense in terms of using Szymanski. Going to use Szymanski, you always want to use Tadic as well. You just can't get that double hit in terms of maybe getting an assist each or whatever. So 61 projected scores pretty high. Usama Sarui, that's a really, really high projected scores for Herenveen, which is interesting. So Sarui's might be what somebody I use in the 23s. I'd imagine Tadic will come back in. I mean, I could use Stings as well, but Stings will probably go into Challenger now if I use Tadic here. And then see what we've got left in terms of super rare. Bryans is injured. Sugawara won't have a really hit. So 20 away is not the easiest. Wonder what Chris Furic's projected score is. Chris Furic's on set, so 59. That's actually pretty good. See, Ryan's injured, so that's a shame. Frimpong will probably want to run with the Leverkusen guys, so yeah, go something like that. And I think Buscagli will probably boss that game at home as well. So that looks pretty good. Again, it's not Celtic, but there we go. I'll need to go over that. I've got a couple of weeks then Celtic will be back, right? Couple of weeks. Right, let's pick some limited lineups. So under 23 limited, this will probably be a wee bit easier, cause maybe a wee bit more restricted in terms of selections, everything just now. Probably a bit of duplication here because Trubin comes up first, so that's pretty straightforward. So Anatoly Trubin, defender Nico Schlotterbeck, pretty good fixture. I'd kind of had that in my mind anyway. Nico Schlotterbeck. Midfield wise, who are we feeling here? Kakary with a 74, that's pretty interesting. Doesn't put in many peak scores, Kakary, but I suppose get a goal or assist good. Cockshoe pretty high up again. Cavara Donna, home game as well. So not really been firing as much. I'm going to go with spreadsheet actually, just it's been performing pretty well. And it's picked Ryan Sherky. Now we're talking. Ryan, where are you, Ryan? Not as high up in the average. Where are you? It's great news for Sherky. Let's get him in. And Florian Wirtz, quite hard to leave out Wirtz as well, eh? Quite interesting. Who are we going to go with in terms of the outright highest score? So Sherky 64, Schlotterbeck 79. The only thing with Dortmund is don't really trust the clean sheets, to be honest. I just don't know. I mean, it looks like a pretty good fixture for Leon, so I'm going to go with the Sherk, which is the kind of the lowest average score, but he's always got a really high potential for AA and scores. So let's hope that pays off. Do something a bit more controversial. Do I even have a challenger goalkeeper? It's like pretty short in challenger. Well, not short, but compared to like normal, let's go All Star because that'll be the most topical and keep things the broadest, if that makes sense. Oh, wrong button. Always guilty of that. Incompetence, basically. But there we go. All Star Limited. So Tribune highest up. Barkas with 60. Oof, we're getting absolutely trolled here. Big Barkas, ex Celtic. It's Vitesse. That makes sense actually because Vitesse are rubbish. So, yeah. Alex Ferrari, I think, is injured. Sergio Ramos. So that's pretty interesting. Getting some good use out of Sergio Ramos these days. So, there he is. Highest up in the averages as well. Midfield wise, I think Branko van den Boomen's still coming back just now, so that's a shame. Kakary we've used. Canales. So again, I'm going to have to have a wee look and check, see what the projected lineups are. I know Canales was injured at the end of the season, but should be hopefully back fit and firing new. Harry Kane, 72. So is it a decision if we use Kane in champion or, but I say we're going to go pretty strong here and just go for the out and out strongest sort of selections we can pick based on the game weeks, etc. And then we've got another Sherky we could use. Mo Salah. So can't really do a Liverpool stack actually. So Mo Salah up there with 60s. I think we kind of got to go with Mo Salah against Mozambique. And then I think Kane's an easy captain. Bayern appeared there in the highest of the expected team goals, etc. So that makes a lot of sense. So we picked a couple of lineups there. Stats has picked All-Star, Barkas, Ramos, Canales, Harry Kane and Salah look strong. Under 23s again look strong. Trubin, Schlotterbeck, Kakary, Sherky and Wirtz. Pretty good fixture for Leon. All-Star Plus. Shame not to have the PSV goalkeeper. Obviously been really Celtic heavy, but I do think it's a great game for Biscagli. Quite like this under 23 setup I've got just now with Benfica performing a bit better, and they've been probably underperforming too. Musiala I think is an obvious captain choice there as well, and All-Star Rare, Super Rare, sorry. That's a really pretty strong. Just a shame not having a unique, but say no Celtic. So struggling a wee bit from that point of view. I'm not going to look at the cap 220. I don't always play it over the multiple game weeks, so it's an interesting one. I think the rewards are not too bad. People really enjoy that format. Definitely more of a level playing field. I do still think though that the 220 sometimes suits bigger galleries as well. If you get a guy, it's really tough cap. So you get somebody who, really has got a 0 last 15. So there's come to mind. Donny van den Beek's moved to Frankfurt, so he should probably get some minutes. He's on a 0. I think the guy Zinger, who plays with Emion, he'll deputise for Fofana, who's away to the AFCON. So again, the problem with the caps is the way the system works kind of plays the cheat codes a wee bit. Guys who haven't had any last 15, and then you can fit in better players, etc. Before we finish, have a wee look at rivals. Really proper impressed with the sort of general setup of this. As you can see, I'm doing really shite so far, so enjoy that while it lasts. Hopefully be doing better soon. Interestingly, there are rewards and stuff. They're talking about having mystery boxes and everything. This, I think that's the right approach. You obviously did play the beta test of Rivals, and sometimes can get a wee bit boring or whatever. Or not boring, but you're just not as engaged in it. So it's nice to have that. So go back to lineups for Rivals. What have we got running just now? So Galatasaray, pretty poor. So Kerem Aktaroglu gets sent off. Trabzonspor was going well, reasonable captain selection, and they conceded in the last minute, so that's a shame. And then we've got the old Barcelona running against Osasuna. So at the moment, not going brilliantly well. For some reason, Captain Lewandowski, I just thought he's going to come good in terms of goals at some point. All out attacks, going okay against the Tiki Taka, so opponent's gone for the old Tiki Taka and captained Frenkie de Jong, so we'll see how we get on with that. But just think it's been pretty professionally done. The Rivals launch, really like the videos. Obviously Gerard Piqué and Mr. Nellis always gets in somewhere. Maybe you should buy some rares or super rares, John. That was quite cheeky, wasn't it? He probably doesn't watch the channel anyway, so yeah. But if you can try and support the site, keep buying, keep reinvesting and stuff. People are always kind of questioning how you're doing so well and everything just now. Well, obviously, quite a lot of Celtic players, good quality, and some good fixtures and everything. Reduced game weeks, been able to put out really quite strong teams, but also you'll see for the gallery pretty fluid. Still buying quite a lot. Can't believe I'm on 95. How can you start at 100 and be 95, honestly? That is honking. But there we go. So, pretty fluid. Nicholas Kuhn. I'm going to move myself over here, right? Sorry for moving myself about, but I need to be able to see myself. Or you need to be able to see me. Maybe not, I don't know. Face for the radio. Nicholas Kuhn, strongly linked with Celtic. Winger, still under 23s. Couldn't resist. Brian Alleman, think he's going back to Tigre. Slaughterbeck, we won. Monaway, we're giving away. Isaac Babadi, I bought. Really highly rated at PSV. So it was a good time to get him. Hope he explodes at some point. Xherdan Shaqiri added into the Liverpool collection, which I really love. Marco Reus was linked away as well. Mikey Johnson just to complete the Celtic collection. And then if you go back a wee bit further, won a good few cards, which I'm very grateful for. Sygris, I think, probably will leave Celtic, so that's more of a sort of transfer punt. And then, other cards, I'm still buying cards for games, weeks like Baragi. Picked up Claudio Echeverri, so I think it's brilliant sign for Man City, and if he's not ready, he'll probably go to like Girona or something. And still, spending or reinvesting money in guys like Inigo Vicente, who I think is excellent, just a really nice high scorer. I think it's injury risk this weekend, and Liam Scales, etc. there too. So yeah, still reinvesting, etc. in the platform. So there we go. So we'll hold another giveaway at some point. We'll probably just do it over the weekend or whatever, and in my laziness, probably do it on Twitter Picker and put something up. But congratulations again to FUT23 goals, SBCS, and can't read the rest of my handwriting, 58, who won Sugawara, and Zach Boutwood, 9875. Well done. If you're playing this weekend, good luck and go fuck.